Good afternoon. I'm here to justify the addition of a program in our school. I think some of the male athletes would really benefit from adding a boys volleyball program. Not only have I heard talk about it since we've been doing the co-ed fundraiser the past 4 years, the boys really tend to enjoy it a lot. I feel like since we do have 2 baseball seasons, one in the fall and one in the spring, I think that we could take out the spring baseball season and add in the volleyball season, the boys volleyball season. The reason I would choose to take out the spring season is because during the fall, girls have season. And normally around the state of Missouri, spring tends to be the boys volleyball season. So that would give us a more chance to have competition. The only problem with the competition we would have is it would be farther away. So that's in my calculations here that I'm about to go over. So first off, we already have the nets, the balls, and the practice equipment. So we don't really need to get anything additional there. Our nets are adjustable so they can go to the men's height along with the women's height during the fall season. So those are the things that we don't have to replace, which is great. Something that we would have to get is jerseys for the boys, and I just found a basic jersey on allvolleyball.com. It was a custom fuse racer, and if we got 24 of those, the rate of each of those jerseys would be $45.95. It would be free shipping, and I just included the product code there. And the total would be $1,100 for just those jerseys, which would last quite a bit or quite a while. But this is just saying if we had 24 of them, based on our current enrollment, we probably won't have that many boys, so the number would be a little bit lower than that. This is just a estimation of around about if we had 24. Okay. Also, I went in and I calculated how much a head coach and assistant coach would get paid based on our other volleyball salaries. So if we took out the baseball season, the spring baseball season, we would have a little bit extra money to throw towards those salaries as well. Also, I don't know if we would need 2 coaches based on how much participation we would have. So if we were only paying a head coach, we would be substantially lower than this total of $3,500. So if we just paid a head coach, we would only be paying that salary, and the assistant coach salary would be non-existent. I also calculated the officials for each game. This is just an estimation, once again, about how many games we would have. So my game estimation over here would be 6 for the home games, 1 home tournament, 7 away games, and two away tournaments. These estimations were all based off of the women's volleyball season this year. So this is just aligned with that. So if we did have that many games and that many opponents and whatnot, I estimated a $95 per game for officials. So that would be $190. And then I came up with the total of $1,140 to pay 2 officials per home game for 6 games. Again, this could be much lower because we're going to have less competition and opponents because we do have to travel farther. So we're going to have to take the pay from all the home games that we might have and put it more towards the transportation to get to the away games. $30 to $35 per pool and tournament play for the officials, which came to $195 an official, which if we only have, or not per official, it was for 3 officials. And that was if we had just 1 tournament. Now, once we get into the travel, I just estimated 100 miles because a basic game is only about 45 to 60, maybe 70 miles away generally for all of our programs. So I just kind of went 100 just so we could just have a good estimation about how far we might need to travel, which 100 miles is about 3 hours drive time. And then you have to have the bus driver stay at the site, and then when he leaves, that's the total he's getting paid, because according to our rates, they're getting $15.22 an hour on top of $150 per mile. So I estimated what we would be paying a bus driver for. Over here, this would be an estimated 7 away games. That was what we would be paying him to drive those 100 miles to stay at the site for estimated 3 hours time, because it's about an hour and a half per game. So if it was a JV and a varsity game, I just estimated 3 hours. So that came to $91.32 at his rate, and then the $150 for $1.50 a mile. And then I came to this grand total for that, and then I multiplied that by the 7 games and got this grand total. So if there was let's say that we had 2 tournaments, away tournaments, about 100 miles away. Again, that's times the 150 is there, 3 hours dry time, plus the 7 hours at the site. Volleyball tournaments go a long time because we play the entire day until we get a winner. So the more you win, the longer you stay. So this is assuming that this program is winning these tournaments, both of these tournaments. So it's a very high estimation, but it's good to be higher than lower, right? So I estimated the 7 hours at the site would be $152 pay for that bus driver on top of the $150. I got $300, and I multiplied that by 2, and then I got the $604.40. So at maximum, to fund this program and to get it going, the max would be $8,279.84. But just to get it started, I think I calculated the head coach and assistant coach pay, and I added that to the jerseys, and I got this $4,651.20. So in conclusion, at max, we would only need $8,000 to start this program at max. Again, all these games are estimated, and depending on who has a boys volleyball program, how close they are, all of these numbers could change. But I just wanted to have a high estimation just to show you a general idea of what we might be looking at. And I really do think this would benefit the male students in our community, and because boys volleyball is starting to get so much bigger, and I think it's a great idea, and it's a brand new thing. And since we don't offer football, I think this is a new thing for the male students to get into. Thank you